The Boxing Talk, unbiased boxing channel.
I got ice and different income that nobody can see. Got a big ass fucking head on my motherfucking shoulders. My niggas steady laughing, talking about my head and shoulders. And so fucking long ago from head down to my shoulders. And this shit is from the heart for my haters and the boulders that be in my way. Feeling like the man until I went another way. Try to bust up on my life and went another way. I got that money in my pocket, live another day. Yeah, yeah. Roses and die.
Welcome back. It's your man Pound for Pound Boxing Talk, where the talk is the realest and the illest. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you know when we live. You know it's the realest on the tube. You already know what to do. Pound for Pound Boxing Talk. We don't do none of that crying over here. Ooh, why you hate on Devin? But EJ is great. Spence is great, but Ali's the best. All that crying, all that bitch ass crying. We do not do that over here. It's Pound for Pound Boxing Talk, where the talk is the realest. Matter of fact, off the real, let me drop the link in the chat. Y'all know I always gotta drop the link in the chat. Always gotta have the link in the chat for my people. Salute to everybody in the community. You know, we getting a lot of love. You know, damn, why my shit just. Okay, boom, there we go. All right, link is in the chat. You already know everybody's welcomed. I'm about to get my pump on real quick. This is how I started doing this now, because I didn't have time before, but now I'm like, okay, when I'm buffing out a little bit, then I could, just have y'all here while I'm doing my thing. Before, feel me, you get money, then you work out and all this shit, then time go by. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me interact with my people while I buff out, you feel me? I don't gotta talk the whole time. Niggas see what's in the title. You got something to say, speak on it. But first, EJ just had this not EJ. Bud just had this this interview that just came out a few hours ago with Andre Ward. So we gotta play that. We gotta play that. I wanna see if I could share my screen with y'all, so I could do that. I think I'm gonna do that. But the only thing is I don't have YouTube Premium, so I'm gonna have to skip the ads and shit, but it's all good. So y'all see the title, man. You know, my man Buzz said Mike Tyson be easy work. He said, Tyson, that's easy work, blood. I said, you know it. He gonna get him mad with that one. But what you mean? Nigga said Tyson, he beat them guys because he was too explosive for them. But my weight class, shit. He said, that's easy work. So what about Floyd? He said, nah, Floyd to go. I ain't about to, you feel what I'm saying? The energy different. Again, it's the two-headed goat. It's Money and Bud. They got mad. I posted on my Instagram. You feel me? I posted on my Instagram a short when I was cooking up from one of my last lives about the fucking I forget I can maneuver that with my keyboard like that. From my last live, when somebody had said what's his nigga name? Justin Morales. He was in my chat. He was like, yo, you feel me? I'm giving Bud appreciation. I don't know how long I'm gonna do Bud appreciation, but you gotta appreciate Greatless till he retired. So I'm appreciating Bud, and he was like, man, he was like, the greatest is Roy Jones and Mayweather. I was like, and my reaction is so funny. I'm like, Roy Jones. And then I started going in. But I gotta, it's mad way more to that too. But I just put a little short up, but it's really like way longer than that. Like I got into depth about niggas and they proms and all type of shit. Like people talk about, oh, prime this person versus prime that person. He would have beat him. All this fantasy ass shit they be doing. They can't beat them in real life, so niggas make up every scenario possible to try to make it make sense somehow, some kind of way. You feel what I'm saying? But the shit just don't, and it never will because it ain't real. You feel what I'm saying? So they could wish upon a star. They pray on my downfall, just like Biggie said. But all right, I got the interview here, so I'm gonna share my screen right now, and I'm gonna buff out. You already. We gotta stay right, and we gonna listen to the joint. We're gonna listen to the joint. Google Chrome is present by. Okay, allow. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yep. Perfect. All right, perfect. Yeah. All right, we here with it. Let's get it. That's the interview. He didn't say it on this interview. It was the Nelk Boys, where he was talking about how he would clean up Tyson easy work. So if y'all want to check that out, y'all can check that out. But this is Andre Ward and Bud on The Art of War. Feel what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Y'all can see it there, but I gotta react to this because Bud is the GOAT. You feel what I'm saying? And this is new, so we gonna react to this. You feel me? And I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna have the chat open. Y'all can still jump in. If not, I'm gonna be looking at the chat too, but I'm also be working out. You feel me? I gotta buff out. Gotta stay right. So let's get it.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I want to fight something. Yes, he did. I'm glad I got witnesses.
You don't remember the catch and shoot.
Forget that.
Why you got me in the corner?
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, now we good.
I ain't going for none of them things. Oh! Boy, that boy still got it. Come on. Brother. Come on, bro. No,
Yeah, you
I'm
better.
too strong for that. Watch that.
Do it again. Do it
Over
again.
here.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Switch for 2 rounds.
Bing, bing, bing.
Come.
Zazai! Please take that. Zazai!
Don't ask me.
Fight! Bite him! Bite him! Bite him! Get busy! Yeah, get busy!
Don't ask me where the do-rag at. Nothing. The nigga had
Say
everything.
get busy!
Now headbutt.
He's trying to bite your nose.
Ooh, I blocked you though. I blocked you.
No, you felt that. I felt your chest. Come on, bro, bring it.
Going on, bro?
What y'all on?
What you doing?
Nah, you know I love you.
Look, he gonna be the first. Look,
It's a fair one.
he gonna be the first one to go down,
Fair
bro.
one, bro.
What y'all doing,
It's a
bro?
fair one.
Look at him, bro. Your son about to jump in, bro. Look at him. He won't smoke.
You want to punch him?
Hey, I'm gonna get him out of there first so I can focus on him. Look, I'm gonna look at Bud and be like, Bing, so I can focus on him. Welcome back to the Art of War. Today, I got my brother in the building. I'm excited about this interview. This is the hottest interview in boxing right now. He a 3-time undisputed champion, undisputed at 140 pounds, undisputed at 147 pounds, and he just became the super middleweight undisputed champion of the world with his win against Canelo Alvarez at Allegiant Stadium with over 70,000 fans. 41 million people watched it live on Netflix. I want to welcome to the show today. Cut that out.
He was struggling over there with that phone.
I want to welcome to the show today my brother, Terrence Bud Crawford.
Imagine bringing your side project to life just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want.
Big dog, I appreciate the time. You start winning them big fights, the media got to come to you. So we had to come to you in Omaha and we in North Omaha to be exact, man. So we appreciate you taking the time. Man, congrats on another historic victory against, you know, another great fighter in Canelo Alvarez. He has been, you know, the cash cow, the face of boxing, or one of the faces for a very, very long time. And you jumped 2 weight classes to challenge him. And in my book, you were already one of the greats. You were already a first ballot. But with a victory like that and the way you did it, you take the GOAT conversation to another level. So have you had time to process it and reflect on what you just did 2 weeks ago?
To be honest, I've been getting that same question from a lot of people, and a lot of people ask me how I feel, you know, and, you know, what it's like. And I tell them, like, when it's meant to be, you don't feel no different. Like, honestly, I don't feel no type of way because I already knew what I was capable of. I already knew what I was going to do once I stepped in the ring, you know, which was win, like I've been saying. And it wasn't no surprise to me. It was a surprise to everybody else, just like the Errol Spence fight.
That's right.
You know, so
That's
just
right.
like the Sean Porter fight, just like the Amir Khan.
Like all
every time
fights.
that they so-called
too big,
say this is a step-up fight or this is going to be a tough fight,
50-50.
in the fashion that I win in, it's a surprise to them.
Easy.
Because they don't believe. So I just made a believer out of all the non-believers.
That's right.
I know you expected to win, but to believe you can do it and to do it is 2 different things. So what I'm asking you is, like, have you enjoyed the victory? Like, have you had a chance to, like, say, man, we really did that?
Oh, of course. I sat down, you know, and after each one of my fights, I just take a deep breath and I be like, it's over with, you know, because the stress is off my back, the intensity, just everything that's around a championship fight is stressful. You know, we put a lot of mental fortitude into, you know what I mean, what we gonna do when we go in that ring and how we're gonna do it, and in training, making sure that everything is in line of what we're trying to accomplish. And when it's all said and done, when it's over with, you know, you just like, I did that.
Got that off my back?
Yeah, I did that.
So before we get into the fight, man, you know, I appreciate the fits and the shoes and stuff like that a fighter has. So I got to do a little heat check for you with your outfit going into the ring. That's probably the rawest, dopest fit I done seen you with. The colorway, everything. And I know Steven had a lot to do with that. How did that come about? Like, his idea to do that?
Well, I was sitting there and I was just like, what we gonna do for this fight?
Yeah.
You know?
In camp or before camp?
This is before, you know, before we went to pre-camp. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, man, what we gonna do? He was like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna think of something dope. So then he just hit me like, bro, I got this dope idea. And I'm like, man, do what you do. You know what I mean? He's like, all right. So then it gets to the point. I'm like, man, what you thinking, man? Yeah. And then he was like, you remember the movie Desperado? And I was like, Desperado. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, dude with the suitcase with all the guns and stuff. You know what I mean? I used to watch that when I was little. He was like, that's what we're gonna do. And I was like, that's dope. He was like, because everybody always coming out with the sombrero, you know, the Mexican colors and all that. He was like, man, we're not doing that. We're gonna do something totally different. And then I was like, okay. And I was like, I just want to see how you're gonna put your touch on it. Because, you know, that's one touch. And then, you know what I mean, you're gonna do a little twist with it. It was like, yeah. So talking with my boy Rosendo, you know, I asked him, did he know the song? And he started singing it. And I was like, you gonna walk me out? And he was looking like, man, come on, man. Don't be saying that. And I'm like, man, I want you to walk me out. I'm dead serious. And he was just like, for real? And I'm like, yeah, I want you to walk me out, dude. And then he was like, man, that'll be so big for me. He was like, man, I gotta go practice. He was just like, man, I got the band, I got everything.
I gotta go practice.
Yeah, so like he was on to it. And then so he put his little input in on what to put on the outfit, you know.
Oh, really? He had to say too.
Yeah, so he was just basically like, okay, well, you know, this is popular in the Mexican culture. You know, this is, you gotta have this on there, on the trunks, because this stands for this. When you're looking at the movie, the outfit and the chains and the certain things that was on his attire and his boots, you know, them meant something. So he was like, you gotta have that. The Mexicans know exactly what that means. He was like, y'all probably don't know what it means,
Right.
but they do. So, you know, he had a little input, and then Off-White, they came in and put a little
Tell me
twist.
about the Off-White collab.
Yeah, so Off-White came in with Everlast. They put they twist in it, put a little they colors in it, and changed a little bit of, you know what I mean? Like, I had guns on my, you know what I mean, my belt line. You know what I mean? They took them off. But all in all, the outfit was smooth. It was cool. You know what I mean? I'm mad that they didn't get to see the side of the case, because the side of the case got the guns painted on it. You know, so
That was an accident, or they didn't want you to show it.
No, they just didn't show it because I was coming out. They didn't get to see the side.
Got you.
I should have been the one, you know what I mean, to turn it to the side. Like, yeah, the show, because in the movie, the guitar case is full of weapons. You know what I mean? And I felt like it was a message that I was the weapon that night. You know, so that was all.
What up, fight fans? It's your boy Ak. We have a super entertaining fight coming your way. Join in on all the action with our partners at DraftKings. Okay, Barack, the Mexican monster, right? Mike Tyson coined David Benavidez this. He's fighting Anthony Yard, who I respect very much. He's a very good fighter. This fight is going to be more competitive than people think. We know what Benavidez can do, but Yard has a chip on his shoulder, and he knows the opportunity that's in front of him.
First of all Anthony Yard's fights are competitive. The thing is that he's fighting somebody who's young. He's fighting somebody who's young, who's on a tremendous roll, one of the best fighters in the world. I don't know how long that fight might last, but I do think that he might feel that this is one of his last chances. So when a fighter feels like that, I
don't want to hear you.
Pull up your
on a big fight like this. But that was somebody you came up with.
Yeah. And that's why, you know, I pay homage, you know, in a press conference to the Mexican fans, you know, before the fight and, you know, before fight weekend. You know, when I was like, I love Mexico too, because I have a lot of Mexican supporters. Always had, you know, I've been locked in with the Mexican culture for a long time, you know, and for people to think that all the Mexicans was going for Canelo was just crazy, you know, just like all the African-American culture wasn't going for me, you know, so it was cool to have the band, you know, switch it up a little bit.
No, it was dope, bro. That's probably one of the cleanest walkouts that I seen. It wasn't extra, it was like just enough. But you felt it though, like the song, the type of song and the beat, the way it was, it just like, you was like, bro, this dude, like, he really coming to fight, and he mean what he's saying, and you could tell y'all had a lot of thought into the entrance, but then even like you said with the fit, like y'all had the Mexican colors, but it was black, green, and red. When I seen you walk out, bro, like when I see you walk out, a lot of times that moment, especially, that's the biggest crowd you ever been in front of, 70,000+ people. So you could talk about it, you could rehearse it in your head. You're not gonna know how you gonna respond until you step out there. But when I seen you step out there, you looked up like this and you start smiling, you start shaking your head. And to me, that was a sign that, nah, I'm embracing this moment. All these nerves, everything, I'm feeling like I'm ready. How was you feeling when you looked up and seen them 70,000 people?
You know the craziest part? I say I went to WrestleMania, and it was at Allegiant Stadium. And when I walked out, and like all the people was like, Terrence, that's Terrence Crawford. And I'm looking at all the crowd, and I'm like, dang, in September, this is gonna be me. And I was nervous, and I was like, dang, man, there's a lot of people in here. You know what I mean? But fight weekend, I wasn't nervous at all.
The whole week?
The whole week. And it's crazy because I don't never get nervous until the night before the fight in the dressing room. But this whole time, it's like I was emotional, you know what I mean, in the dressing room. You know, I was just emotional, and I was just like, man, you finally here. Like, you about to make history. I just kept saying, you about to make history. And it took all these years and all this things that you had to overcome to get to this one moment.
Why is everyone using ninja transfers?
Ninja transfers is definitely killing them. The quality, I mean, the design came out crisp.
I hit up my boys at Ninja Transfers, and yes, they do.
Again, shout out to Andre Ward. This is
So when I came out, I never smile or laugh when I'm walking to the ring.
Yeah.
You know, but I was just like.
So Bud said he usually get nervous. He said he usually get his nerves start working in the night before the fight in the dressing room. But this fight, he wasn't nervous. He was just he ain't have like no nerves. He said he was just emotional because everything he been through, and you know, he finally on the biggest stage in boxing, from being blackballed and all that, blocked out, all the excuses. Fast forward to he 38, 37, and he having the biggest fight in boxing. So that's official.
I'm about to shock the world. You know, I just felt it, you know, and when I got in there, you know, I just was so loose. Like, I never take a stroll around the ring. If you watch any one of my fights, any one of the 42 fights, I come in the ring, I go to my corner.
He was comfortable.
I didn't hit my little circle around the ring, everything. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm like, you know, they just don't know. You know,
like Floyd,
I had a fast walk to the ring.
You did.
He had a slow walk to the ring.
Yeah.
You know, and I look at things like that. I'm like, oh, okay. He just taking his time, taking his time. I'm ready to go. That's just how that night was.
It had to be weird though, walking first. You ain't walked first in a long time.
I walked first before.
But you ain't did it in a long time though. I mean, when you go up in different weight classes, you got to do it. But you ain't, you know, obviously you haven't lost. Yeah. You haven't, but you've went up in different weight classes, so now you challenging again. But do that feel weird? Because you most of the time you walking second.
It don't feel weird to me, because at the same time, the bell gonna ring and we gonna have to fight.
It's all even at the end of the day.
You know, so it don't matter if I'm, you know, the first to be announced or he the first to be announced. You gotta fight.
You gotta fight.
At the end of the day, you gotta fight.
Yeah. Take me back to before you made the decision to face Canelo. Bill Haney conversation. So, if I'm not mistaken, Errol Spence 2 was still obviously contractually y'all had an obligation. You didn't know
this was before that.
Even before?
Yeah.
Hold on, before
we even fought. Me and Errol Spence.
Hold on, bro. For real? I thought this was after.
No, this is before.
Crawford Spence 1.
He said, man, don't even stop chasing Errol Spence. He was like, man, the guy to focus on chase is Canelo.
Really?
He was like, man, you can beat him. He was like, man, Spence, Canelo. And like every time
I've been said that too. When I heard that PBC was offering Canelo a 3-fight deal with where it was Errol Spence, it was Jamal Charlo, and David Benavidez for like, forget how many crazy millions. And I heard Errol Spence was in this before the Bud fight. And I was like, damn, that'll be a dope fight. You know, black versus Mexican. Errol Spence gonna come in there, throwing 100 punches. Canelo gonna be there, slipping, throwing bombs. And I was like, that should be better with Terence Crawford in there. But at the time, he didn't even fight EJ. And I don't even think he fought Sean Portier, because when that news came out, that was like a minute ago. That might have been before the Porter fight. And I was like, damn, they're going to put Spencer in there. That's dope. And I was like, yo, they should put Bud in there. Bud with Canelo be crazy, because Bud got like a different set of skills. His style is totally different than Spencer's. I've been saying that, though. Man, I've been saying this shit like before. All of y'all now y'all on it. But like, I've been seeing how good Bud was. Been seeing how good he was. all y'all had me like, it's a 50-50 with him and Spence, but always in my head, I'm like, Spence a little too wide and sloppy. Like, Bud is just too quick in it. Like, yeah, EJ's better than most, but Bud is just like a sniper. Like, he like a snake. As soon as you slip, he just on you. Slip, so, but again, I was new, feel what I'm saying, listening to the podcast and shit, and I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, damn, but I think Bug on. And he did exactly what I thought, cleaned them up, easy work. And then after that, especially when Bud was talking about going to 54 and shit, I'm like, yo, him versus Canelo. Niggas like, nah, bro, Canelo too big. I was on Mad People's channel, and niggas like, yeah, I rock with Bud, but Canelo, like, it would just be too big and all this shit before they even really started. Because remember, at first, even Crawford said, nah, he all the way up there, like, maybe we could do 160 or something. And then it turned to where he was like, nah, I want that fight. But I always thought, I'm like, nah, him and Benavidez. Before Floyd said Benavidez, I was like, yeah, him versus Benavidez will be a dog fight. But I think he could win that still too, but yeah. Before, because he said Bill Haney, but I was one of the ones too, like, nah, I think Bud should fight Canelo, and I think he could beat him.
I see him, he'd be like, Canelo. And I started laughing, you know what I mean? Because at first I'm like, man, that dude big. And then I started looking at him. I'm like, then we got a picture together years back when I was at 135. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, we the same height, around the same size. Like, he a little thicker. Okay. I'm starting to look into it now because he already planted the seed, but now I'm like looking into it. Like, let me see what Bill
talking about.
Bill look
See what
at
he
now.
see.
What he see. So I'm, okay. This is what he talking about. Cause he like, man, he's not a big dude. He just kept saying he's not a big dude and you can beat him. And then when I looked into it, I'm like, damn, Bill right. You know what I mean? So then it was just like, okay, cool. Got the Spence fight. After the Spence fight, I'm like, I want to fight Canelo. You know what I mean? Spence was basically contracted to fight Canelo if he would have beat me at 164, and I was just like, damn, since I beat him, I should get the opportunity.
All right, shut up.
You know what I mean? So it ain't going nowhere and things like that. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm done with 147. I ain't going back. I'm like, all right, I want to fight Fundora, because I'm WBO. I can fight any one of the champions. He was WBC and WBO. So I'm like, I want to fight Fundora. You know what I mean? He got two.
And don't forget too, after Bud whooped on Spence, they had a rematch clause. And Errol Spence said he won't run it back. What happened? All the Errol Spence fans, y'all hardcore Errol Spence fans, what happened? Because I like Errol Spence too. I'm a fan of his too. But y'all hardcores was talking a whole lot of shit. He said he was going to run it back. What happened? Does anybody know? Leave it in the comments. Put it in the chat. What happened? Why ain't he running back? Why he got in the ring with Fundora? What happened?
Belts, I want to be undisputed at 154. That was my train of thought. But when he said he didn't want to fight me because I wasn't basically big enough, I looked at him like, huh? I don't sell. That's what his handlers were saying. Oh, I don't sell, and they want to fight Errol Spence because he's a bigger fight.
But you knew what that was, though.
Yeah. It's cool. I'm not tripping on that because now they begging for a fight. Now they want to fight me now. I don't sell, so there's no need for you to even mention my name no more. Don't say Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
All these guys that see now, they say, oh, he's the ticket. Win, lose, or draw, he's the ticket. I'll fight Terence Crawford. Come on, man. Boots had a chance to fight me. Virgil Ortiz had an opportunity to fight me. But Now everybody, oh, I fight Terrence, or I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, okay, cool. When y'all had y'all opportunity, you know, y'all went elsewhere. But now that y'all see I'm the ticket, now y'all like, oh yeah, we want to fight Terrence Crawford. We want Terrence Crawford. That's the narrative now. We want to fight Terrence Crawford.
The Fundora thing, you seen that play coming a mile away. Like, as soon as that fight was even talked about, I said it's gonna be a phone call made, and he finna walk that back. Whether he wanted to fight or not, he wasn't gonna be allowed to, and you know that. You know, Allen had made that call and was like, nah, we ain't going that way. You know, so, but the problem with that is that's you thinking about the first move. You're not thinking 2-3 steps up ahead, because now you in the position you in, and he could have fought you, right? So it you know, it's his loss, man. But real quick, back to the Bill Haney thing, bro. Like, it's funny with Bill. Like, Bill a good matchmaker. You know, if you can't give him credit for nothing else, you got to give him credit for how he moved his son. You know, and seeing guys and knowing when to fight him and whatnot. But like, it's funny because like I had been talking about fighting Joshua before, but he's the one that put the seed back in my mind like 3-4 weeks ago. They was in a bay, and he didn't say you should fight him, but we was just talking about it. And he said, man, Joshua, and I'm like, same thing you did. I'm like, you know what? I said, I'll take that fight right now. And he the same one that did that, bro. So it's crazy. When I heard that, because I didn't know that initially. And I thought that came after Spence won. So Bill Cole with that, man. How did the team respond though when you first started floating?
You need to meet surging content demands without compromising your business or your brand. With Adobe Express, your global teams across marketing, sales, HR, and more.
All right, so he said Bill Haney told him
Canelo.
That was the first thing that popped in his mind. That's what really made him think about Canelo, was when Bill Haney told him. Thank God for that. I'm glad that he told him that, man, because that's, who knows if we would have got it, but probably would have never thought about it. You know, that's a blessing. That's why they say sometimes God will just pass you a message. It's on somebody's head saying to you. That's why even when niggas be talking bullshit, sometimes I come across niggas. I take the meat and spit out the bones. If they talking bullshit, I leave the bullshit alone. But if they say something plausible, then I take that because I feel like it's coming for a reason. Whether if it's teaching me not to listen to dumb motherfuckers, or it got a little gem in there, or it's a lesson on how to decipher information. Because certain people will hear some shit, certain people will say, like, he full of shit, whatever. But yeah, that person might be full of shit, whatever, but I don't mean that they might say something that make a little sense and you wouldn't have known unless you always had your ears open, you feel what I'm saying? So thank God for that. That's what's up.
Shit, everybody was just like, whatever I want to do.
Really? No hesitation?
Whatever I want to do. You know, I remember talking to Bernard, you know, and this is when we was in talks before it got finalized. And he was just like, man, but Canelo cold, man, but you go Canelo up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just
he
like,
said he cold.
Like just going on, like just talking, you know, because he's respected.
Yeah.
You know,
he's,
like,
for sure.
He's definitely respected. So we talking about it, you know, but I remember it was like, I woke up and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I called him, you know, and he was like, man, everything all right, bud? I said, I'm gonna beat him. I woke up out my sleep and I called Bernard and I said, I'm gonna beat him. He was like, I know you is. You know, I was like, we gonna fight and I'm gonna beat him, watch. I said, watch. This is way before we even signed the contract to fight each other. I woke up out of my sleep, I said, I know one person gonna answer the phone and that's Bernard, let me call him. And I was just like, man, I'm gonna beat that.
You felt it?
Yeah, I've been felt it. You know, once I start
I'm gonna beat that motherfucker.
Locking in on him, that's why I said I'm hunting you. I want everything you got and I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? I already set my sights on him. So it wasn't nothing that he can do. If he would, the only thing that he could do in that moment was not fight me and use I wouldn't get nothing out of win, lose, or draw out of fighting Terrence Crawford. That was the only thing he can do is not fight me.
I mean, that's what he started to say.
I understand, but I'm just saying that's the only thing that he could do. Because taking the fight was, you know what I mean, all in my favor from day one. I knew I was going to beat him because when I look at the styles and I look at the styles that gave him problems, the styles that he lost to, you know, I have all them and some. So the blueprint was already out how to beat Canelo Alvarez. The blueprint never been out how to beat Terence Crawford.
You ain't seen that yet.
So I knew I had a good chance of winning.
And you fighting both ways though.
Yeah.
I feel like that wasn't talked about enough going into this fight. Like somebody that fights you, they got to prepare for two people. It's already enough trying to prepare for one style, right-handed, left-handed. But I got to have sparring partners, good ones, because you fight equally well from both sides. So that wasn't talked about enough. And I know you could tell some of the dudes he brought in camp that he was thinking about that, but that's a hard camp to prepare for. And you still don't know up until the first bell what stance you're going to be fighting in. And then they don't know if you're going to switch at any point in time. That's a lot to play on a person's mind, plus executing the game plan while punches coming at him. Turkey didn't want this fight. What was that conversation like with him when you went to him and said, this is the fight I want?
Because Turkey, he didn't want the fight at first because he was just like the size difference. You know, same thing like everybody else, size difference. He like, you can fight somebody else in a smaller weight class and it'll be, you know what I mean, safer for you.
Yeah.
I don't think you should move up 2 weight classes and fight.
It's crazy on paper.
You know, and I'm like, nah, that's what I want. I don't want nobody else. That's what I want. I said, who else is there to fight? You know? Who? I said, Boots, that does nothing for my career. Virgil, that does nothing for my career.
Charles, I'd like to see that one.
Look at Majimov. He was the #1 154-pounder in the division. I went up and fought him, and everybody, oh, he fought this guy. Yes, he was the #1 champion, #1 guy in the division. That's why I fought. That was avoided by a lot of people.
Tricky style.
That's why I fought.
Yeah.
You know, so he was just like, we can fight somebody else. I know, that's what I want. And he like, okay. That's who you want? Then that's who I'm gonna go for. That's how I'm gonna see, you know what I mean, if we can get it done. So a lot of people looking at Canelo like, oh man, Turkey had to pay him all this crazy amount of money for him to fight Crawford and this and that. No, he got a 3-fight deal +1. You know, Turkey did pay him a lot of money, you know what I mean? But in that option, he had to fight Terence Crawford. You know, so everything worked out, you know what I mean, for the best.
Yeah. Can you talk about that though? Can you talk about your negotiations to make this fight? Like, I ain't saying numbers. I'm saying just the process to like get it done where you was like, all right, my side is done. I negotiated my side.
It was tough. It was tough because I remember, you know, they all brought me in and it was crazy. It was like, you by yourself.
Where was you at? What country was you at?
I think we was in,
that's when they had that big event.
It was for Shakur
was it
fight.
London?
It was for Shakur fight. And I think we was in Saudi.
Okay.
So they brought me in there. Then we went to the little back room. And we was there for like 9 hours.
Dang.
Going back and forth.
Dang.
You know, they not budging, I'm not budging. I'm in that mug like this. I'm like.
By yourself?
By myself. And they like.
This man said he was in a meeting with them discussing business for 9 hours. That's what I mean. And y'all fans on YouTube be talking shit like y'all know an ounce about the business they got going on. I remember when there was a time where all of the Spence fans were saying that this dude was a bad businessman. He should have took 30% from EJ. Bad businessman. Bud's a horrible businessman. He should have just took that. If you believe you're going to win and this is the opportunity, 2-time undisputed and all this stuff, you should have just took it. He ducking. If he really believed in himself, it would have been this and that. Terrible businessman. Terrible businessman. Then when the fucking fight get made, these are the same niggas that was mad saying, damn, why EJ had to pay him so much? Errol Spence came out and said him. So I had to take money out of my pocket to get to him. Boom. They doing a coin flip on everything Bud wanted. Got it done and whooped on him. Who ended up being a better businessman? Are you a better businessman than me if I got the better end of the stick? If I got the better side of the stick, who the better businessman? Pause. Come on, man. Y'all be doing a whole lot of talking about shit y'all know nothing about. And y'all be crying on the internet about it. Crazy, 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 crazy. Niggas don't know about business at all, but talk about it all day. Know nothing about this nigga's business and talk about it all day. Meanwhile, he having meetings for your whole shift, 9 hours plus, getting the fight done.
And they calling Turkey. He's not. they talking in their language and texting, and we going back and forth. And yeah, I'm like, man, I just want to talk to Turkey. They's like, you can't talk to Turkey because he's your friend.
So they trying to protect Turkey from the friendship.
Yes,
because he gonna give in.
Yes. So they basically was like, you know,
that's crazy.
Hey, we gotta get the deal done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can see Turkey when you get the deal done. And I'm like, oh man, listen. Y'all talk about it ain't making sense.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you have a number though?
Yeah.
Or you kind of had a number like I want to be in this range.
Yeah,
right here.
I had a number and it was just like they like, man, listen. We gonna have to talk. so we all in that motherfucker for like, you know what I mean, 9 hours, dog.
9 hours, bro.
I'm telling you, I'm
straight. That's
Bruh.
crazy.
They tired, sleepy, irritable. Like you could tell everybody frustrated. But it was one time, it was like at a moment where we just sitting in that mug like this.
Right.
Just trying to figure it out. Like, everybody just quiet. And I'm like,
I ain't buzzing.
Man, I feel like y'all trying to jump me because y'all keep bringing people in to try to negotiate, and I'm like, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we finally came to terms. And
did you get to terms that day, or you got close that day?
Everything happened that day. There ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. No, it's you. Not your lawyer. Not this guy. Not this guy. It's you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We talking to you, so you gonna have to figure it out. You know what I mean? And we can figure the contract stuff later. But far as, you know, the number, this is gonna be a number that you figure out. So we going back and forth and we figuring it out, and then we came to a agreement, and I'm like, man, it wasn't the agreement that they wanted. It wasn't an agreement that I wanted. So it was kind of like in the middle. So it was just like, let's roll with it. Then once we, you know what I mean, agreed to it, and everybody happy that we out this month locked up. You know what I mean? And yeah, man,
They say that's a sign of a good negotiation though.
Yeah.
When both sides leave not fully satisfied. Like I really wanted this, but I take that. And they really wanted to do this, but we can agree to that. Did you talk to Turkey after?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
Nothing. He just was telling me, why didn't you agree to the deal? I said, man, why I couldn't talk to you from the jump?
What did he say when you said that?
He just was like, you know what I mean? Like I'm his favorite fighter. And, you know, he want to take the friendship out of business, like the heart. Like basically, you know what I mean? I can't do business with you like I do with everybody else because, you know, we friends. So this is why I have a team, you know, to keep my emotions away from business. You know what I mean? I respect it. I'm just like, man, I'm like, man, I respect all that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it's been times that, you know, I done did the same. Like, hey, things like that, you know, when we friends, like I'm going to give in to my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going to give my brother what he want if I got it. So, you know, when we doing real business, we gotta take that out of the equation, you know, and talk to the lawyers or something like that. Man, leave me out of it.
Man, bro, look how God worked though, bro. Like, like you battling, doing what you doing, and you been making your money. You've been negotiating, doing your thing, and we're gonna talk about that because you put a number out there, bro, and people really think you made that number. And I ain't asking for you to say what number you made. I'm saying you got people out here, they just finally made this. I'm like, bro, this is, y'all tripping. But look how God worked though, bro. You battling outside the ring, you dealing with the stuff that fighters got to deal with, especially when you stand on something.
Another thing.
If you just a yes man.
I hear this all the time, and I know y'all hear it from these other channels. Niggas talking about fighters getting overpaid. Oh, he's overpaying fighters, or they getting overpaid. And it's the shit you hear on all these boxing channels, right? That's why I created this channel, for the real motherfuckers, right? Niggas that know boxing and are real people and not stupid, just be talking out their ass, right? You hear all these analysts and all these people talking about people getting overpaid, but they don't know how much the fucking fighters getting paid. I don't understand. Like, niggas is so, like, they just be talking. Overpaid. Oh, he's overpaying. How much did Shakur make? Rumor said 3, rumor said 5. How much did Bud just make? Oh, I heard 10 to 100 mil. Like, nigga, what do y'all be talking about? Y'all just be following everything that other people be talking about. Like, think for yourself. Stupid. It's pound for pound boxing talk, where the talk is the realest. Think for yourself. Stop letting everybody else persuade you on what you should be thinking, on what's a fight that you want to see, on if you care about the belts or not, or if you think Boots is better than this dude, or this dude was a tougher fight than this dude. Stop just repeating shit that y'all hear. Oh, it's weight classes for a reason. Oh, they're getting overpaid. Like, niggas just be repeating shit. Like, shut up. This is why I had to make this, because the people on this internet should be so lame. And they just be talking out their ass and they be crying all day. Like, oh, come on. Like, what are you even talking about? Fighters getting overpaid. Niggas don't even know how much these niggas making. Like, shut up, stupid.
And you're gonna do whatever the suit or your promoter tell you to do, you probably not gonna have no problem outside the ring. But if you somebody that stand on business, you got a vision for your life and your career, and you're gonna make sure it goes in that direction, you're gonna have some stuff that come up. But you get to do way across the world, bro. And you his favorite fighter.
And he know everything about me.
He know everything about you, and his main goal is to get you the big fight.
Yes.
But that's crazy to me. When did you first meet him or get wind of him?
Man, I got wind of him, you know, years ago. You know, there was actually, you know, somebody else in his position, you know, that I was his favorite fighter. You know, and he wanted to do business with me, but you know, he wasn't on the level of Turkey. They like, man, he nothing. So when Turkey came into position, you know, and I met Turkey, you know what I mean, it was just different. Like, he wanted the best for me because he seen how, you know, I was getting blackballed. He seen how the system was, you know, doing me. He seen how, you know, the promoters was having this agenda to assassinate my character. And, you know, it wasn't just Top Rank, you know, it was, you know, other promoters like, oh, he don't sell. But when you look at every arena that I didn't fought in, I didn't.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
Even when he was signed to Barbarian said, "Oh, nigga, I'm losing money on this."
Packed it.
Vegas,
you know?
MSG.
It didn't matter where it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Packed it, you know? And so he just like, you know, I dislike the promoters. Instead of them promoting you, they trying to tear you down, you know? But I just wouldn't let them. I just, you know, keep doing what I'm doing. And, you know, I always said, as long as I keep winning, that's all that matters. So when a lot of people say, oh, well, he was fighting Canelo for the money. You know, I got money. I been had money. You know, I could have been retired. You know, I was fighting for legacy. Legacy was what I was fighting for, because I knew beating Canelo was going to do something that never been done before. You know, So my thing was, this is an opportunity for not only for me to shut all these people up that says all these negative things about me, but to be a slap in the face for all these promoters and managers that, you know, says all these things and say that I can't do this and I can't do that.
Right. Look how God work. You stay down until you come up, man. He'll assign people to you to bless you and to get you where he wants you to go. And this somebody that we never heard of. Dude just came on the scene and made you his priority, bro. So that's a blessing. And the thing about, like, he fighting Canelo or you fighting for payday. Duh.
Right.
Who's fighting for free? No, I don't want just a payday. I want a career high payday.
Facts.
Then we gonna do the money thing, then we gonna do the legacy thing. Now, if I'm just trying to take it for the money and I really don't think I can beat you, that's a different situation. So people gotta understand, oh, you just wanna do it for the money. Who's fighting for free?
Nobody.
Please tell me. Nobody. So I can't fight right until I get this fight right. Once I take care of that at the table, all right, let's go get ready now, get my body right. So I don't understand. So y'all need to stop saying, I know it's popular, payday. Yes, that's what you want when you fighting big name guys. I want that payday.
They don't understand.
They don't understand, bro.
They don't understand.
Like who? You name me one fighter that's fighting for free. Like, nah, you take the money. I just want legacy. It don't happen. Man, going into this camp, bro, like what was some of the, you know, obviously you didn't have to lose as much weight.
That's another thing that's so stupid. You say, oh, he fights for the money. He fights for the money. Like, you fucking dummy. Like, what are you? Okay, you have all the belts. I'll take the money. You rather be employee of the year, nigga, or highest paid of the year? Employee of the month or the highest earning of the month, nigga? You decide. You want all the trophies or you want the checks, nigga? Trophies or checks? Which one you want? And if you're really good, you get both. Look at this. Y'all be so dumb.
My memory, but I don't remember. You said that I think you're a great fighter and I want to be just like you when I get up in the ranks. Jay, I barely know who the fuck you are. Fuck you, me, I want to be like you. Jay, you ain't Big Bear. You can't go to the bar. We going to the bar. You ain't got a Jerry curl, man. Come on, man.
He got a
It's
Jerry
2010.
curl.
The kid must woke up in that hot tub time machine. Shane Mosley said Floyd Mayweather fights for money. You fucking dummy. I'm a prize fighter. That's what I'm supposed to fight for. A prize. Yeah, you dumb motherfucker. You almost 40 years old. You better be fighting for a check, you stupid motherfucker. Shane, bro. Fuck Shane. Money Mayweather, I'm gonna fuck you up some more.
TBE, man. TBE. Stupid niggas. Oh, he fight for the money. He fight for the money. Of course, dummy. That's another thing about this Tank J. Park fight, right? Would I rather see Tank fight somebody else? Yeah, I'd rather see Tank do the rematch for Roach. I'd rather see Tank fight T.O., Tank fight Devin. Not really big on the Shakur fight, but Antoine Russ, you know, other people besides Jake Paul. But am I going to watch that fight? Yes. Am I interested in that fight? Hell yeah. This nigga Tank is smaller than average human. Jake Paul is fucking 6-something. You feel what I'm saying? And also, this nigga's making I don't know how many millions of dollars. So you tell me, you think, motherfucker, just thinking business-wise, you think he's going to make more doing a Roach rematch or fighting Jake Paul? But if you fight the Roach rematch, you make the hardcore boxing fans happy on the internet that talk shit about you all day. You make them happy. Or you get the bigger bag and be better able to provide for your family and max out on your skills. I mean, y'all niggas is, bro, like, niggas just be talking, living in fantasy land, bro.
People made a lot about you being a smaller fighter. They didn't realize how much you was boiling yourself down to get to 47 and even 54. You cutting into muscle, and they didn't realize that you got a big frame. So, like, how much did you go into camp? I seen what you posted on the scale. Some people said it was cap. I believe it. What was the number that you came into camp at?
Shit, man, I don't know.
Can I say your number? The number you posted?
Man, I don't know, man.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
I know what I posted.
I got you.
What was it? 186?
Yeah. I think it was 86 and a half, something like that.
Man, listen. When I was fighting at these lower weights, I had to always keep myself from growing. You know what I mean? So when I was at 147, Everybody like, man, he's a gym rat. I'm always in the gym anyway. But I had to stay in the gym because I had to, you know what I mean, keep my weight down and stay in reasonable, you know what I mean, touching range to be able to make weight. So like when I was able to.
Why is Amazon paying me $63,000 a month? Well, I didn't make this kind of money selling yoga mats and toasters, and I damn sure wasn't talking to my friends in the
workout, not worry about, you know, what I do in the weight room or what I do, you know, nutrition wise. You know, my body just started doing what it do. Like I didn't tell my body to just get bigger or nothing. Like no, I'm naturally skinny. Like I tell people, I'm skinny, but I weigh heavy. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like, but like when I started working out, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but I started working out for Canelo in February. This was a process. They think this.
He started working out for Canelo in February. The fight was in September. That's 7 months. That's 7, 14, 21, 28 weeks. Fighters usually train about 8 weeks for a fight. He had 8, 16, 24. He had 3 times that amount of time to prepare for Canelo. Everybody was saying, oh, it's been over a year. He going to be rusty. Oh, he looks like a blown up welterweight. I just be coming up with the dumbest shit. A blown up welterweight. When that nigga ain't look blown up at all, he looked a solid muscle, slimmed down. Boom. He ain't look bulky. He ain't look like Anthony Yard. He ain't look like Anthony Joshua. None of these niggas. He looked a solid. 5% body fat, solid, shredded, thicker. Blown up welterweight. Looked like a blown up welterweight. Blown up welterweight. Blown up. This nigga was lifting for this nigga for 7 months. That's 2 quarters, my nigga. Crazy. Once again, just show y'all how niggas just be talking out their ass, not knowing what they talking about. He's training for this man for 7 months.
This happened overnight. You know, I started working out in February. Chet was like, come on, man. You gonna get this Canelo fight. We gotta start now. Yeah. We gotta start working on your legs, working on your power, you know, so you can withstand them big shots, and you know you're gonna be punching your arms and this and that and this. So we already preparing for Canelo in February. So when they say, oh man, he just gained all this weight, nah, that was a process. You know, it was bulk and then cut.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you got to get ready for something like that. And you chose also not to take a tune-up fight. So what was the math you did with that? He's still fighting. So some people say, oh, you're going to be sharp, you're going to be rusty.
I don't believe in that. Some people believe in that. I don't, because I think you get your sharpness from sparring and in the gym. If you sharp in the gym, you're going to be sharp in the fight. That's just me. A lot of people don't believe that. They say, oh, well, you know, the fight is different than, you know, in the gym and sparring and stuff like that. I'm saying, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is different.
But at the same time, you know, you still getting punches thrown at you. You still, you know, gotta, you know what I mean, move properly in the gym. So me being in the game for so long, your body needs rest.
Yeah, especially as you get older.
Your body needs rest. So when you having these camps after camps after camps, thinking that, you know, I'm staying active, you constantly tearing down your body.
Yeah.
So when they say, oh, well, Terrence, he fights 1 time a year, you know, that's cool. You know what I mean? For me, if I fight twice a year, that'd be great. But 1 time a year, you know, hey, I'm giving my body the proper time it needs to recover, you know, because as I got older, that's just as important as anything else is recovery, you know. So when you listening to your body and your body telling you, oh, my knees hurting from all this running, my ankles hurting from all this running, my elbows is hurting, my hands, my wrists, you know, my neck, you know, things like that. You gotta listen to your body and just say, all right, decompress. I'ma just chill out and let my body just do what it do.
I know you had a great camp, but brother, you finna be 38 soon, like in a day or two, couple days, right? How was that last camp you just had?
It was great.
I know it was great. Well, did you feel different at 37?
A little bit.
Your teams can adapt approved content with lock templates and commercially safe AI.
Buffing out.
How often do you think about your poop? Now, some people think about their poop a lot.
No.
Others, not so much. Did you know that every time that you pay a visit to the porcelain throne, your poop is trying to tell you something?
Your poop is trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
You had no bumps and bruises?
Man, we always got bumps and bruises.
I'm saying bumps and bruises at 37.
Man, I had bumps and bruises at 27. You know what I mean?
Like different at 37.
Ah, man, it's all the same.
Yeah.
You're not never gonna go into camp and come out, you know, 100% healthy. You know, and a lot of people is asking me, you know, how do I feel? You know, man, I had a lot going on in camp. This fight, the last fight, the fight before.
Life stuff and the pressure of the fight.
Yeah, but like injuries too. Injuries too.
Injuries. So you didn't go into that fight 100%, you think? I asked for no
No, not at all. No.
He said, fuck no, I ain't going that fight 100%. I had injuries. Bud was injured in that fight. And cleaned up Canelo. Bud was injured in that fight. Wasn't 100%. And still did what he did. Different level, man. Different level. Going up in weight class against a dude that never lost at that weight class. The undisputed champion at that weight class. Went in there and cleaned him when he was injured. So when y'all motherfuckers be talking to me about, oh, prime Ray Robinson, when y'all fucking 40, like y'all ever watched this nigga? When y'all 30, when y'all think y'all 20s talking about Ray Robinson, like, bro, you're 50 years old talking about prime Ray Robinson. Like, I get it, my nigga. Like, he's a great, but stop the cap, bro. Like, you ain't watched that many fucking Ray Robinson fights to be like, oh, he's such, you feel what I'm saying? You know so much about his opponents. You just seen so much HD Ray Robinson, like, yeah, in his prime, or later than his prime. Y'all talking about shit that lasted for 4 years, and the niggas end up getting cleaned up while in their prime. Oh, let me guess, when they lost, then they wasn't in their prime no more. They ain't lose while they was in their prime. As soon as they lost, that's when their prime ended, right? Stupid ass. Meanwhile, this dude looks the best he's ever looked. Injured, older, not 100%. Still cleaning up shit, becoming undisputed at fucking 3 weight classes above him. Like, stop it. Stop it. You sound dumb.
I don't know when did I ever win in a fight. You know what I mean? But like these last few years, nah, I'm way past 100%. But it's just what we got to deal with. You know, that's why we have the technologies we have to recover. You know what I mean? Some days, like you told me this. You and Tim Bradley, if y'all went in there and be like, hey man, you need to take some days off, like a whole day off. You know, not no active rest, just a whole day off. You know, recover. Just go sit in the sauna, steam room, or jacuzzi, something, just relax. I still would be running myself in the dirt. Because I always felt like if I put more days in work, then I got just as much days over him, then he's not going to be able to catch up.
Yeah.
You know, so if you resting and I'm working, I got you. Because in the heat of the battle, when it comes time for us to go head to head, you gonna gas before me.
You just got your natural.
I really believe that. If I take my body through hell in training camp, you know, and I'm tired and I'm aching, I'm pain, and I got all these pains, and I'm working through that, what can you possibly do to me to stop me from doing whatever I want with you? You know, I already been through the fire. This is fun now. You know, my body was aching, hurting, and I was like, in my mind, you better keep going. Ain't no stopping. So in a fight, you know, if I get tired or if I get hurt or anything, you know, my instinct's gonna pop in. Oh, we been tired before. Then that second wind kick in, then it's, you know, kill or be killed.
Yeah, that rest, man, especially as you get older, like I said, bro, it's essential, dog. You got to do it. Like, I wouldn't have did it either. I had a good coach, brother. Had, you know, he knew me, and I fight with him all the time on it. But if he didn't do that, like my desire to win and not want to lose and all that stuff, I'd have overtrained every time. You know, so when you get older, you start spending more money on rehab, taking care of your body, massage therapist, physical therapist, and you do on actual training, bro. That thing shift. Your money starts shifting on that. Ice bath, you gotta do all of that. If you ain't doing that, you losing.
You know why? Because you got everything already.
Wealthfront offers a cash account that has one of the highest interest rates on the market.
If I send my money to Wealthfront,
You is who you is. So when you younger, you trying to find your way. You trying to learn as much as you possibly can. You trying to see what works and what don't work. You know? So it's like, man, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Man, I gotta spar this dude to see if I'm on that level. But when you get to a certain level and you get to a certain age, you already know what works and what don't.
Yeah.
You know what you gotta do. So it's like, you don't gotta drill yourself in the ground because you already know how to get there.
You know how to get ready.
You've been there before.
Yeah.
You know what it feels like. So it's like, oh yeah, I take a little time to let my muscles recover, you know what I mean? Then I can get more out of it.
You're gonna be stronger the next day.
The next day. Because because the experience. But when you don't got the experience, you trying to figure it out. You're like, man, I gotta work. I gotta work. Yeah. But then when you get to that point where you know, like, oh, I can take a rest day because, you know, let my muscles, you know, recover so I can get more out of it. In this fight, I ain't gonna get tired. I've been here before. I put the work in. That was always my fear, is being in a fight and getting tired to where I couldn't perform.
Ooh, man. And he not tired.
And I done lost like 2-3 fights in the amateurs, and they was hard. And I'm talking about me fighting for my life. And I'm like, I never want to experience that ever again.
Straight up.
So I would just work tremendously hard to where it's like, that's the only way you can beat me, is if, you know what I mean, I don't prepare properly.
Man, I want to get into the fight, bro, but how does Terence Crawford spend the day of the fight for a big fight like that? How did you spend the day of the fight? Like before you went to the ring?
Whole day.
Yeah.
Just
you have any visitors? You got any people coming to see you?
Yeah, people come here and there, but I be chilling.
Yeah.
I thrive in chaos. I was brought up and born into chaos, like, around me. So like when some people, they be like, man, it gotta be quiet. I don't want people around me. I don't want no noise, no nothing. No. Man, that don't affect me. None of that. Like,
I be looking like, bro.
Yeah.
And you be chilling.
Yeah, like Shakur come up there, like, hey, bro, there's too many people in your room. We playing spades and stuff. He like, it's about time you go to bed, champ. I'm looking at Shakur. I'm like, yeah, you right. I'm gonna go to. All right, y'all gotta go. I got my little bro, man, kicking everybody out. It's time for me to go to sleep. Then I just lay down. I'm like, man, I ain't even sleepy, dude. All right, as long as I'm resting, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, but nothing affects me when it comes to like me getting in the ring, because I'm already locked in. Once I lock on something, nothing else matters at that point in time. Like when I'm locked in, like we can have a fight, we can argue. I was arguing before my fight. I was arguing, you know what I mean, all night. That doesn't, once it's time to lock in, none of that matters. It's like I got a blank memory. Like none of that, I don't remember none of that until after the fight. Once it's time to, you know what I mean, seek and destroy and kill, it's like a straight line. Nothing else is there but that line.
That's a beautiful gift though.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of cats can't turn that switch on. Like everything has to be perfect for me to perform good. But you know how it is. You getting ready for a fight, but life's still happening. I'm still getting phone calls. What happened? Who did what? What they say?
Yeah.
You like you say, you got arguments going on. And this stuff the week of the fight. Because most of the people,
the night before,
bro, even our family, bro, they there, but they really don't know what this is about. Like to most family members, it's a party, it's an event.
I swear to God.
Bud fighting, Dre fighting, Shakur fighting. It's a party. It's like, this is not a party, bro. Like I'm finna risk my life.
Yes.
But they'll start an argument or do something crazy. But for you to be able to turn that switch, brother, it's a beautiful, beautiful gift.
Yeah.
And then you dealing with the chaos that's surrounding the fight. And to be able to block that out and lock in. We talked about the ring walk, bro. So the bell ring and you go straight out there, yeet, yeet, hit him with 2 jabs and stand your ground. So I'm like, okay, so he trying to send a message. What message were you trying to send? Was that intentional or it just happened in the first couple seconds?
No, I'm like, I'm coming right at you. Cause you know, there was this big blow up thing, like I was scared of him. And that's why I was like, man, I ain't scared of shit. You know what I mean?
Big blow up thing.
Yeah, because he was just like, you know what I mean? He said he didn't say it, you know, but they was saying in the
Took
back
that personal.
that yeah, like I'm scared of him. I'm like, scared of you? Like,
build a website you love with Wix. For your words, create your brand, your opportunity, your breakthrough. Feeling a vibe? Run with it. From can't look away to gotta have it. Make every detail yours. Bring out what's hot. Remove what's not.
me? Oh man. So I'm like, when this bell ring, I'm coming right at him. Coming right at him. You know, and just let him know that I'm gonna be here all night. I ain't going nowhere.
Talk me to the fight.
So, you know, I'm touching him. I'm like, dang. All right. You know, I'm like, he's trying to will me to sleep because I'm like, this dude don't punch this hard. So I'm like, man, he trying to trick me. So everybody like, stay focused.
Don't fall for it, bro.
Stay focused. You know, and then a couple of times that I, you know what I mean, mix it up with him and we in there. I just felt like I was stronger. I punched harder and I could have just stood in there and just like really let him go. But you gotta follow the plan. You know, you gotta execute the plan, and the plan was to get in, get out, you know what I mean, boxing spurts, you know, banging spurts, and then, you know, once he wanna fight, you know what I mean, you move around a little bit.
Yeah, man, your body language, which is really big when I'm watching a fight like that, especially when it's a person that's supposed to be scared of somebody, right? All the little body language means something because he's so used to being an alpha male. He's so used to having his weight, just like you are, that anytime you see somebody that's making a move or it look like they kind of, are you scared or you hesitant, you gonna peep that. You gonna see that right away. I didn't see that from you, man. I seen, even when you was moving, I knew you wasn't gonna run. I've never seen you run in a fight before. So I was like, the challenge for Bud going into this fight is, can he be disciplined to box? Because he really don't want to be boxing. He really want to fight.
Right.
He'll move, but he really don't want to move.
Yeah.
And Canelo's like that too. He'll move, but he really don't want to move. And he did try to yoke you up though.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen you get yoked up. I looked, I said, dang, he tried to yoke you. But then you tried to yoke him back, I think, a round or two.
Yeah.
What was you thinking when he tried to yoke you on the rope?
It wasn't nothing. When he picked me up, when my hand.
But you don't be getting picked up, bruh.
But it wasn't nothing because it was just like I was too high on his back. You know what I mean?
What was you thinking though? I was
optics,
laughing.
though.
It wasn't nothing. I was
Yeah.
just laughing. You know what I mean? I was just like,
You weren't thinking I got to get that back?
nah.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, he picked me up. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't worried about it. He used a lot of energy to do that. That's what I'm thinking. You know, and it wasn't nothing. I took it as a grain of salt.
You seem to be in a good zone, bro, and I didn't see you breathing at all. But that ninth round came, you got into your stance, you got low. I said, oh, he finna try to bang with him. And you had those exchanges. And did that just happen, or you knew when that bell rang, that ninth round, I'm finna try to see, I'm finna test him?
No, I just knew just to pick it up because, you know, it was getting close to the championship rounds. And I just wanted to make sure that, you know, I set a tone that I was in charge. You know, I think I did that in the 7th round too. The 7th, you know, 11th and the 12th. You know, I just wanted to set the tone that, you know, you're not gonna push me around. You're not gonna make it seem like, you know, you the boss. So, you know, we got it in at the moment.
He made a big mistake at the end of that round, though.
Yeah.
He reached out and acknowledged that he shook his head and
yeah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, that's a big mistake.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
And he really made the first mistake at the weigh-in.
Yeah.
People don't understand. Like, that don't mean everything. That don't mean that Terence is gonna win the fight or whoever gonna win the fight. But when you break that stair, it wasn't just him breaking the stair first. He reached his hand out to you at the weigh-in. I said, ooh-wee. Then he did it again in the 9th round. When he did it in the 9th round, I said, yeah, this fight, it ain't over, but it's over. He got his respect, and that's really what he came here to get. You seen him do that, right?
Yeah. I walked away.
Yeah.
I walked off.
Yeah. What was you thinking when he tried, when you seen that concession?
I'm like, man, we ain't touching no hands.
But did you think like, oh, I got him?
No, I didn't think nothing. I already knew I had him. I felt like I was winning all the rounds except, you know what I mean, one. I felt like he could have got the, you know what I mean, what was it, the 5th round? You know what I mean? But all the other rounds, I'm like, I'm in control. You know, but not knowing how the judges see it, I got to make sure, you know, from history, I got to make sure I win these championship rounds because we didn't see fights like De La Hoya, Trinidad, when De La Hoya think he got it in the bag and, you know what I mean, he lose. You know, there's so many fighters that, you know, think they got it in the bag and, you know, the judges think different. So I wanted to make sure, like in the Majamar fight, that I put a stamp on it because they the champion, not me.
Yeah, you did that. Like, I really think, like, for me, it's the championship rounds for me is 10, 11, 12. It ain't just 11, 12. And in those rounds, you did that. And you really needed to do that because on the scorecard, you lost that 12th round, but you got a split draw.
Yeah.
We having a totally different conversation. And maybe y'all run it back or whatever and make more money, but it could have got handled that night. So I think that's just the instincts that you have being a winner. Like when you used to winning, you kind of know like what you got to do to keep winning. So, you know, I thought that was just a that's the way you were supposed to finish that fight. How nervous were you waiting for the decision, given all the stuff you just named about how Vegas can be?
Finding new adventures and extra confidence and extra miles and room for everyone.
I wasn't nervous at all.
You weren't nervous at all?
At all. I was emotional because I already knew I had it in the bag. You know what I mean? That's why I dropped down to my knees like, dang. You know, I just started getting emotional because it's like the journey. The journey was long. You know what I mean? It was grueling some. Like, man, I remember, you know, about to quit boxing. You know, like boxing been a love-hate, you know, relationship for years. Like all the things that I had to go through in this sport, it was just like, man, like, and you finally here, like out of all the things that happened, none of it mattered because you did this. And that's why I was just like, man, you know, you gotta thank God because, you know, he the one that, you know, had it made for me and planned.
You kept saying that though before the fight. I heard you. I don't say you keep saying. You said it a couple times that it's already written.
It's already written.
Where did that come from? Like that mindset and
it's just my mindset, you know. And I remember, it's crazy because when I got shot, you know, couple of homies was like, you know, scared and like, cause a couple of homies, they had fought, you know, and we knew my was gonna slide. I'm like, man, y'all niggas scared, man. Like, let's go. Like, what we doing? Like, if something gonna happen, it's gonna happen. We can't control it. That's how I always live my life. If something gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Like, me nor you can stop it from happening, no matter what. Boom, I get shot. Bam. Like, damn. My dumb ass got shot. I should have left. You know what I mean? Get shot through my car. So on the stage, I'm like, it's already written. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. You can't stop it from happening. The fans can't fight for you. It's already written. It's destined. That, you know what I mean? I'm here for a reason. You know, it's not you, it's me. I'm highly favored. God is blessing me and showing me and using me, you know, as a tool that anything's possible if you just believe in him and have faith. So there's nothing that Canelo could do that night that, you know what I mean, was going to change destiny. So I was just like, man, I let everybody know. You know, it's already written. Like, that's why I wasn't nervous. That's why I wasn't worried, because I knew I prepared myself to the best of my abilities, you know, and that I have the skills and the ability to do anything I want in the ring.
Yeah, man, that's powerful, because you got to have the works part. You got to put your work in. You know, you can't be saying, nobody can say they believe in God, God gonna do this for me, and then you don't put the work in. Faith without works is dead. You know, you got to put both in. But to have faith in a power that's higher than you, it brings you a lot of peace, because you know I can only do so much, like you said. But then your mindset, though, that's the part that, you know, I think you can develop that over time, and I think that it can become stronger and stronger. But it's a lot of great athletes in the world that are maybe more skillful than you, skillful than different people, but they don't have that thing that lock in, that deep belief that I don't care what you say, this is what's gonna happen tonight, and then go out there and do it. That's the different, that's the separator. You feel me? That's the different stuff, and that's why you only got so many all-time greats. You only got so many greats, and then you got everybody else.
Yeah.
After that fight, either the press conference or in the ring, what did y'all have any exchanges? Did he say anything to you? Did you say anything to him?
No, he just was thanking me and telling me that it was an honor for him to share the ring with me and things like that. And I was just like, man, same. You know, like, I respect Canelo. You know, like, I've been a fan of Canelo since day one. So, like, to be able to share the ring with him, you know, it was dope, you know, and for him to give me the respect that I always gave him, you know, it was definitely dope, you know, it was dope.
I gained a lot more respect for him, the way he handled that, because he could have played, you know, he could have played the, oh, look, I did it, I thought I did enough. That's all he had to say is, I thought I did enough. And that would have lit up his fan base, and it would have been a whole discussion about it. And he could have took that route, man. And I know dude is a competitor. He didn't get where he got to not being that. But the way he did that, man, bro, I really respect that about him, man.
He didn't make no
He didn't
excuses.
take nothing away from your mama.
No, nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said, man, like, it was dope. You know, you got some of the reporters, you know, trying to persuade my what was going on in there, and he just kept it solid. Like, you know, they're like, what was it? He like, everything. He has everything. You know, and I was thinking, I was like, man, that's dope, because they still trying to take it away from me. You know, they still trying to put their narrative out there. But he like,
You need to meet surging content demands without compromising your business or your brand. With Adobe Express, your global teams across marketing, sales, HR, and more can better engage their audiences and get to market faster. And hey, who doesn't like fast?
nah, he got everything. He won the fight. You know, it just wasn't his night. You know, and I respect that, because, you know, he handled his loss like he did all his wins.
I respect it too, bro. What was the first thing Turkey said to you
Canelo
after the fight?
Bud was going into the
I
fight
don't even remember. I think it was like,
and not lie down.
good job, congratulations or something.
Yeah. Can you explain to the people, bro? Because it's a
What made you say that? What made you say that? Because people, they be saying like, oh, I gotta wait till the weigh-in to decide who I'm gonna pick. I gotta see who's in the face-off. Like, to me, I don't really like. Tell me what you see. Salute to Dark Kent. Hit that like and subscribe. It's pound for pound boxing talk with him. Talk is a real salute to you, bro. But like, tell me like what makes you look at that? Because I do hear a lot of people saying that shit. But me, like, I've been watching boxing for so long, and I done seen people like, damn, it look like he got the eye of the tiger. Or damn, he look like he about to go in there and murder him. Oh, he look a little scared. And then the fight play out like, and even like in life, motherfuckers will look at you like, yo, pound for pound, watch, son. When I say, and then y'all squabble and the nigga just heartless. You feel what I'm saying? Just his shit just pumping Kool-Aid, like he don't got no fight in him, no dog in him. But he was looking tough before, but he was talking crazy, like, ooh, that nigga put some words together. Ooh, that nigga, ooh. Feel me? He said the right words just now. Ooh, got me a little, ooh. Feel what I'm saying? But then you squabble and it's like, and I noticed that with these fighters. So, you feel what I'm saying? But I do hear a lot of people say that though. I just always wonder, like, what do y'all look for? Like, are y'all looking for eye contact? Who breaks eye contact first? Y'all looking for somebody nudge or who walks off stage the fastest? Like, I always wonder about that. But salute to you, bro. Hit that subscribe. Turn your notification bell on so you know when I'm live.
A whole lot of confusion online about why you gave them belts back. People really think you got them belts and you were supposed to keep them and you gave them back. Can you explain to people why you had to give some of them back?
Well, you know, belts is like a trophy, you know, so of course, after the fight, we get the belts. We get to take pictures with the belts. But them his personal belts. I'm gonna get my own personal belts. Well, we gotta return the belts. So the respect that I have for him, just like I have for Spence, you know, just like I have for any other champ that I took their belts from. I personally wanted to give the belts back to Canelo. You know, that's a sign of respect. So, you know, I'm looking for him. I'm like, hey, you know, where Canelo at? They like, oh, he in the press conference. They didn't want to let me in at first because they thought that we was trying to, you know what I mean, be on bullshit or whatever the case may be. So I like, hey, man, open the door, man. I'm trying to give him his belts back. Like, I can come by myself because, you know, I was with everybody and they was like, all right, you know what I mean? We don't want y'all trying to come in here and bombard his press. I said, I wait, you know what I mean? Like, it's all respect, you know, and I just, you know, told him, thank you again, you know what I mean? This is like a sign of respect. I want to be the one to give you your belts back because, you know, you didn't have to fight me, and it's just, you know, a sign of respect.
That's one thing I've always respected about you, bro, is like, you know, you are a competitor. But when you win, you don't disrespect nobody. You don't.
Well, man, more Kent said, Dark Kent said, Bud didn't have any fear. He was trying to be buddy like with Canelo. Even within the fight, Canelo tried to dab gloves and Bud walked off. Now that's what I paid attention to. I took note of that. When they was in a fight and Canelo tried to dap him up, even if Bud would have dapped him up back, right? But Bud walked off. But it was more about Canelo. I'm like, Canelo showing him respect. Because now they in the fight. And for you to be fighting a motherfucker and be like, especially, I mean, it's different when Bud did it to Errol, he knocked him down twice in that round. Then at the end of the round, he go to shake his hand like, yeah, good shit, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's different. It's like you dog walking this nigga, and it's like, yeah, give me that, nigga. But Canelo, he was getting whooped on. Like, he was getting hit. He was getting outboxed. And for him to, like, try to dap him up, it's like he giving Bud that respect. And Bud like, nah, nigga, we ain't doing that. It's wartime. You know, so I I did take note of that within the fight. He said Bud just looked locked in and focused, in my opinion. Always, man, always. Bud always locked in. Anytime you hear, and sometimes I heard channels like, oh, if you listen to Bud during a press conference, it sounds like his voice is cracking. He stuttered a little bit right there. It sounded like he nervous. And yeah, while that sounds right, this is why I say to me, a lot of that shit don't mean nothing. It's because even though somebody talking and they stuttering, that's a sign of nervousness. Oh, they talking and their voice cracking, oh, they nervousness. But when Bud does it, you know this nigga's not nervous, and you know he a killer, even if he is nervous. That it shows you right there that doesn't mean shit. Bud voice could get high pitched, his voice could crack, he could stutter a little bit, miss up some words, but that don't mean a nigga scared. None of that. Even if he is scared, nervous, any of that, it has no effect on the fight because that nigga still go in there and do what he do, injured, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I be like, I can't really, and like some channels, like when I used to be on different boxing channels before I created my own shit, pound for pound boxing community, you already know it's the realest and the illest. We don't do no crying over here. When I started like listening to other channels and shit, when I first got on YouTube, like people like, oh, I'm gonna give my pick at the weigh-in. Like I gotta see how they look at the weigh-in. And it's like you start noticing, like, even if like, what are you waiting for? To see a motherfucker in shape? Like that's gonna tell you, like, oh, I'm gonna pick them. Like that shit don't matter. Like Canelo looked the best at the weigh-in. That motherfucker looked the slimmest, leanest, solid muscle. He looked swole, lackadaisical, big, like he did Caleb Plant, all these other dudes. He looked it like that motherfucker had a small tank top and his shit still had the crinkles. You know, if your tank top got the crinkles, ain't no fat around there. That motherfucker was ready and still got cleaned up like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't really, you feel what I'm saying? The face-offs and who look tough and who break eye contact, or oh, he stuttered, he's nervous. Like, to me, that's all like, it's good shit to talk about. I mean, it gets people, I'll talk about it, like who y'all think won the face-off. But like, in reality, it don't matter. Like, a nigga could be nervous, stuttering, high-pitched voice, seem like he's scared, and go in there and clean up the next nigga. Tank told you before the Ryan fight that he was a little shook of that nigga power bone, cleaned him up. Bud tell you he usually get nervous the night before the fight and in the dressing room. But that just show you, like, even if a nigga is nervous, like, oh, he's nervous, look at that. That still don't tell you nothing about how the fucking fight's gonna play out when they start throwing blows. So, feel what I'm saying? That's just years of watching it and noticing that, like, the weigh-ins and shit. Canelo's getting embarrassed in the fight, and he knew it. That's why he tried to dab blood. Yeah, like, trying to, like, oh, yeah, good shit, bro. Like, you know, exactly. That's how I felt. Like, he was, like, he felt that. You feel what I'm saying? In the fight, that's what that told me. Like, it's different when you win the fight and they doing certain shit. Because I'm like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, at that point when he did that, he was getting outboxed. To me, he was getting outboxed the whole fight. Did he have a round or two that could have went his way? Yeah. But by that point, Bud was just cleaning him up. And especially when he tried to reach out to, you know, yeah, dap me up. Yeah, good shit. But like, fuck out of here, nigga. We ain't done yet. I'm on a mission. I've been working 7 months. He said he was training since February, bro. People talking this blown up welterweight shit. He been training since February, nigga. That's 7 months. That's 28 weeks. Like, come on, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But yeah, he definitely was getting embarrassed. Bud deserved a performance bonus being Canelo in that fashion. Facts. That's what Turkey should have did. Fuck the knockout bonus. He should have gave him a performance bonus. Even if you don't get a knockout, you fought. That's how it is to the point in boxing now. Like, with certain motherfuckers, you gotta reward them for fighting. That's what I say is like the difference from back in the day. That's one thing I do give the fighters back in the day. Do I think fighters are more skilled now? Yeah, you feel me? I think every generation they get more skilled, they learn some shit. But back in the day, them niggas was fighting. You feel what I'm saying? Banging, boxing and banging. Nowadays, it's like you see it, but it's becoming more and more. We just starting to see niggas just try just try to, moving around, extra, moving around, like not engaging. You feel what I'm saying? To me, that's not skill. A real skilled fighter could be in the pocket, could be mid-range, could move around. Like TBE, like Floyd, he could do it all. You feel what I'm saying? Being there, up close, banging. Like Keyshawn do it all the time. Bud did it in that fight perfect. Moved around. He did everything. Inside, mid-range, outside. He did it all. Single shots, jab, right hand, combinations, body shot. He was doing it all. Defense was on point, inside, mid-range, and when he was on the move. Like, on the ropes, everything. Like, feel what I'm saying? You had it 10-2, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Me, the 2 rounds that you gave Canelo was probably the 4th and the 5th. Because that's a lot of, I hear people talk about the 5th. But to me, like, I get probably why you gave him those rounds. But to me, like, it's still, that's what I was saying. Like, I probably saw 2 rounds I could have gave Canelo. But when I'm scoring a fight, I score on everything. A lot of people don't even know really how to score. Like, I ask a lot of these niggas, like, how you score. Like, there's actual scoring criteria. You feel me? It's all subjective, but there's a scoring criteria. It's not just punches landed. It's not who threw the most amount of punches. No, nigga. It's more than 3 things that go into judging. Around, scoring around. Nick, clean, effective punches, effective aggression, ring generalship, defense. Who looks like they're controlling? Who's pushing the action? Whose action is effective? Who's landing the punches? Who's landing the clean punch? Who landing the effective punches? You feel what I'm saying? So while Canelo might have had some of that for a good 30 seconds, 45 seconds of it, when I'm looking on the other side and I see another nigga that's been doing it the whole round, plus putting it on more, plus his defense is tight, plus it looks like he's the general in the ring, like he controlling that. It's like I still had to lean to it. So I had a clean sweep. First of all, after the 6th, you definitely ain't give Canelo no rounds after the 6th. I had the first 4 round split, and the remainder of the fight was all buck. Yeah, like after the 6th round, you definitely gave it, because that's when it was like obviously clear. The first 6 was like, okay, to me, Bud got them. But was they closer? Yeah, they was closer. Canelo would land 3, 4, 5, maybe good shots. A lot of them joints, though, Crawford was catching. And then Crawford was also throwing them shits, body shots, jabbing the whole round, body shots, combinations, defense on point. All of that shit count. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So yeah, the rounds that you probably gave him, the 2 rounds had to be before the 6th round. It was probably the 4th and the 5th, I'm assuming, that you gave Canelo, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But to our point, whether if you had a 12 zip, 10-2, 9-3, 11-1, whatever, that shit was a dominating fight. Like Bud damn near won every round. And he said he did it injured. This nigga said he was coming in there with injuries. You feel what I'm saying? At a higher weight class. To a dude that's undefeated in that weight class. Bigger than him. Feel me? Knocking shit out, dropping shit. Strong. And he went in there and cleaned them up. You feel what I'm saying? People talk all this shit about prime this person, prime that person. This nigga's the oldest he's ever been in his career. He's fighting niggas 3 divisions higher than him, injured, and cleaning them up 10-2. Like, that's why I said, nigga, it ain't no top 5, it ain't no top 10. It's top 2. It's a 2-headed goat. It's Money and Bud. That's it. Money and Bud. I'm sorry. These niggas don't have no prime. They don't have no 4 or 5 year run and then fall off and get dropped and lose to this fighter and get clipped up by this fighter and this fighter and this fighter. No, these niggas is going weight classes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weight classes going up and up and up and up. Champions on 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 champions and cleaning them up. These niggas, they're like, nobody's like Money and Bud. I'm sorry. Like, they not. It's the GOAT and it's the best ever. That's it. Bud and Money. Crawford and Mayweather. That's it. Like, man. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, Canelo was getting embarrassed, and that was a great fight. Salute the Bud, man. Salute the Bud. Hit that subscribe, Dark Hunt. You feel me? Next time you pop it, I'm going to give you a red shot. Word is born. Cool dude. Good boxing talk. Let me finish this up.
don't try to, drag nobody through the mud. Like the same thing with Spence. All the talk that was had and all the stuff that was said, not just from him, but just fan bases.
I mean,
you could have easily did that, and been like, I told y'all. And you did do that, but it wasn't in a disrespectful way. And you probably could have celebrated more and you didn't, bro. So I respect that about you. You know when to be a competitor and when to be a man and say, I've done enough. Man, what's life been like for you? I know your phone blowing up since that win, bro.
Man, it's the same. My phone been blowing up, but it's the same, bro. Like, man, I live a chill, humble life, man.
Come on, bro.
Let me answer that.
Man,
Your still life is the same. I'm saying your personal life, but I'm saying you don't have more noise around you. Hey, can I get bud? Can I get bud? Can I get bud?
This is Pod 5, the first fully immersive sleep
right before I do my set.
Intelligent,
Fuck it. So let me answer your question.
effortless. It does.
So he said, in your opinion, do you think, and the link is in the chat for anybody that want to click, the link is in the chat. Everybody welcome. I'll post it again just in case. But oh shit, actually, nah, it's getting a little late. Fuck. I'm not gonna post a link in the chat because I'll be cooking with y'all for hours. But anyway, he said, in your opinion, do you think Mel Performance was a grab bag, or he looked as if he really tried to box with Canelo? Hell no, man. I think Jermell Charlo had everything. He had all the tools to beat Canelo. He could have beat Canelo. He had all the tools to do so. But you know what he didn't have? He ain't had that dog in his chest. He ain't had that dog in his chest. Like I said, you see some of these fighters, they let the aura of Canelo get to them. And that's what I really fuck with about Bud. And that's what I really fuck with about Floyd Mayweather. They get in the ring, and it's like, I don't give a fuck who you are, who you think you are. You're not beating me. Since before Pretty Boy, Gennaro Hernandez, Angel Manfredi, Diego Corrales, fucking Cotto, all of these dudes, Endo, all these dudes undefeated knockout artists, and they just going up, jumping weight, just in there. You seen Bud in there, right there. I mean, locked in on Canelo, busting him up, boop, boop, right there for him. Charlo is like he was doing one of these. Boom, get hit. Oh shit. After a while, it's like they start feeling them hits on the shoulders, hits on the side of the glove, and they feel that power, and it's everything they've been hearing about. It's all the highlights they've been seeing. And then they get hit real good one time. Oh shit. Fall, take a knee. All right, yeah. Then get back up, and it's just like you can see. Bro, I remember watching that fight being so disappointed because not the fact that he lost, but how he fought. Because you could just see the fear. You could see that he was just enamored by, this is Canelo. Like, oh shit, like, ooh, that was hard. Like, and Canelo just, Mexico cabrón, and boom, boom. And niggas just, oh shit, this is it. Like William Skull, big ass, good boxing ability, good feet, but he just didn't want to, he was shook. Bud went in there smaller than this nigga, slimmer than this nigga, and was giving boom, boom combos. Nigga, like, I'm right here, taking punches. He got hit a few times, right hand, boom, square in the face. You got that? Body shot Canelo, bow. Bud just kind of catch it, ready for it. Come back with three, and come back with his own shit. Back up, nigga. Yeah, this ain't that. It's different. You could see the different levels, the different dog in them, bro. This is what I'm saying. I like fighters that are dogs. You know that little ape emoji? Yeah, motherfucking apes, gorillas, niggas that know we gonna get it in. Like, I love that. Like, them motherfuckers, that's a different mentality of like motherfuckers that's not scared. Charlo went in there like a fucking talking all this lion shit, fucking cat. Like, he went in there like, yes, these boxers, they take the fight. Cool, beautiful. Take the fight. Nigga, you know how many fights I have for free? You feel what I'm saying? Yes, we give them grace because they're fighters. They get in the ring. Okay, they're not afraid to fight. Cool, we understand that. That sounds really good to a lot of niggas that never fought or don't know how to fight. When you've been in fights, it's like, okay, nigga, yeah, give respect. win, lose, or draw, you fought, cool. But it's different when a nigga just, all right, I'll fight. Like a nigga that's talking real tough, and yeah, we gonna squabble. And then they get in there and they just doing all this type of shit. Like doing all moving and shit, not really trying. Like you be like, you bitch ass, like you could just see it. Like it's different levels of dog in them. Let Bud have been fucking the same size as Charlo, the same length as Charlo. He would have fucking stopped Canelo. This motherfucker almost stopped him in the 12th, being fucking 7 months of gaining weight and building muscle and getting ready. And he gained Canelo respect, was taking Canelo's punches. Defense was good, impeccable, blocking shit and everything. He got hit square probably like 6-7 times that whole fight. In the face, he probably got hit like 6-7 times that I've seen, like, boom. You feel what I'm saying? Copy box might have had, Canelo landed this much amount of jabs, hooks, whatever. But clean, I probably seen it like 7 times. You feel what I'm saying? And even then, it's like, damn, he took them shits. Body shots, he even took some of those. But when you say the Charlo, yes. And then another thing, at the end of the fight, what the fuck is Charlo talking about? Oh, but I ain't getting knocked out, though. You know, I made it 12. Yeah, Floyd. Yeah, Floyd. Yeah, you the greatest, Floyd. You know, I made it 12 with him. Yeah, you beat him, but I made it 12, you know. He ain't knocked me out. That's all I'm saying. He ain't knocked me out. Word is he laughing. Word is born. Like, it's a different energy, bro. Like, you come in there, cool, get the bag. Shit, I would have fucking fought Canelo for that money. Does that make me like the fucking, but he took the fight? Eh, nigga, you talking about millions? I will fight Canelo for 100,000 right now, nigga. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw, nigga. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But Bud was different. You could see the energy was totally different. Like, that aura, it's like, nigga, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm Bud. I'm Floyd. And I'm about to do it to you. I don't even have to move, even though I could make it an easy night, move around all day, make it boring and shit. I'ma sit here and do it to you. Just like Floyd did, just like Bud did. But Bud got healthy hands. Floyd's shit was broken. And even he was still there like, motherfucker, sloop, bow. Nigga, like, there for him. Feel what I'm saying? Like, beautiful. Charlo, bag grab. He ain't have enough dog. He said, yeah, I know this Bud knocked Canelo off his pivot a couple times. Yeah. And that's what I was telling it. And it's funny because after the fight, then everybody be like, oh, yeah, when you talk about Bud possibly stopping Canelo, now niggas is like, yeah, I kind of believe it now. Feeling, yeah, I'm kind of believing now. But I've been saying, I'm not a psychic or some boxing. I know what I see, but I'm telling niggas like, yo, but if Triple G couldn't hurt him, how you think Bud gonna hurt him? And I'm like, bro, Triple G was hitting with some hard shots. Yes, he probably hits harder than Bud. But Bud, he doesn't have the punch placement or the timing Bud has. And you seen, even when fucking Bud did that, what was that? He did a jab, Canelo parried it, and then Bud came with the hook with the same hand, like boom, boom. And that shit whopped him. You feel what I'm saying? Or on the 12th, with that nigga, when he hit him with that hook, bow, and that shit knocked Canelo, and everybody was like, oh, and it was like 15 seconds left. Now niggas like, oh shit, nigga, that shit, there was another round, shit. And Bud looked 15 round ready. He was 15 round ready. He wasn't tired. Come on, bro, he would have stopped him. Like, feel what I'm saying? Like, people just, this is the GOAT. Bud is the GOAT. I'm sorry. Like, bro, yeah, he knocked him off his pivot a couple times because that's the timing. It's not, yes, it's the shots you don't see that hurt the most. The shots you don't see that hurt the most. You could get hit by somebody strong that hit harder than me, but you're able to brace. You're able to lock that jaw. You're able to kind of roll with it a little bit. You get your hand up fast enough. Feel me? Take that. Damn, that shit was hard. But then you got a nigga like me that don't hit as hard as Debo. But when you throwing this jab, I'm coming up under, boop, up here, and then your ass like, oh. And at the end of the day, like Floyd said, nigga, the chin don't lift weights. So if I punch your ass dead on that button and that leg go out, ain't nothing you could do. Hit your ass on that temple, some shots. Like you said, some shots don't hurt you. Some shots is gonna hurt. Sometimes it's gonna show. Sometimes it's not. And sometimes you get hit with a shot and there's nothing you could do about it because the shit fucks you up. And Bud got that placement. We saw this nigga lay down Earl with a jab, a 2-1. Boom, boom. Drop him. Side of the fucking jaw, neck, put him down. Then a double hook. Sent him flying across the fucking ring. Everybody, oh my God, big fish. He just sent his ass. The placement, the torque. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody's done that to him. You think Bud was the hardest puncher at 147? I don't think so. But is he a hard puncher? I believe so. Does he have the best placement and timing? Yes. And that's why nigga hit him perfect. Boom, boom. Or the uppercut off the rope. And he took one. Uppercut, timed him coming in. He fell into, nigga chin fell into the up. He boom. Shook his whole shit, dropped him. The second shot just put him down on top of the afro, but he was already going from the uppercut. It's the placement. That motherfucker's too nice, bro. Too nice. He said, don't understand why some people trying to put Bud in a ring with Benavidez now. If Canelo won't do it, why should Bud? Listen, bro, I'll be honest with you. I get what you're saying, but I've been said, but at the same time, I've been said years ago that Bud should fight Canelo. When I heard that Canelo declined the PBC deal with Errol Spence, Jamel Charlo, and Benavidez, it was a 3-fight deal years ago, and I heard he denied that. I was like, damn. That's what opened my eyes was when I heard that. I'm like, damn, that'll be a good fight with Errol Spence and Canelo. That's a good style match. I was like, fuck, Bud should fight him. Niggas like, oh, nah, he too small and all this. I said, nigga, Bud could beat him and Benavidez. Niggas say, you crazy, pound for pound, you crazy. Canelo too big. Benavidez too big. And like how I tell niggas, I'm like, bro, size matters, yes. But when you have elite level fucking skills and defense, that's what Floyd Sr. always told Floyd from the beginning. Floyd said from the beginning, first thing you talk is your stance and defense. Because the less you get hit, the longer you'll last. It's good that a motherfucker's strong and they throw a lot of punches, but if they're not able to hit you, it's fucking open season. And like I always said, yeah, Benavidez and Floyd said this and people got mad too, but I said it before Floyd. How Floyd said, yo, Bud should fight Benavidez. Oh, Floyd hating on it. He trying to get him beat. He trying to get in this and this and this. I said the same shit. And you know why I said? Because Bud could beat him. He don't have to knock out Benavidez. He don't got to do that. Motherfucker can literally outbox Benavidez. He coming in all big and long like a mountain trying to timber. Bud just in there with the body shot. Boom. In and out. Boom. Fucking go around, defense tight. He could just outpoint him and win. Niggas could boo, niggas could whatever. He could win the fight. And I believe he can. But you know the reason why people saying that though, a lot of people saying that because they want to get Bud beat. Oh, he should fight Benavidez. So I'm saying it from an aspect of a fight fan that believes that Bud can actually win. A lot of niggas that you talking about, that you hearing this from right now, are just upset Errol Spence fans. Like they still salty that he beat the fuck out of Spence and Spence is fucking retired. That's why they saying that. That's what you're hearing is just salty Errol Spence fans that just want Bud to be beat. Nothing Bud do is good. He still ain't fought nobody. 3-time undisputed, 20 championship fights in a row, the most in history. He ain't do nothing. Nothing's good enough. Now nothing he done mattered unless he fights Benavidez or unless he fights Boots. Those are them type of niggas that's saying that to you, bro. So yeah, me, I believe Bud could do it. I'm never betting against Bud, bro. Bud is too nice. You could be big, whatever. You talk about heavyweight or some shit, all right, whatever, cool. Benavidez, Canelo, Bud wins, bro. That's how I feel. But yeah, I feel what you're saying. But that's why you don't understand it. I'm going to let you know why they're trying to put him in the ring. They want to see him lose. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga like me, nigga like Floyd, we believe in Bud. You feel what I'm saying? Bud could do it. He got the dog. He got the skills. The defense is beautiful. He can do it. The niggas you talking about just want to see Bud. I mean, he just went up 3 weight classes and fought Canelo and schooled him. And niggas is acting like First, they was acting like, oh, he's too small and all this shit. Then when he beat him, it's like, oh yeah, but whatever. He should defend it, and he should defend it against Benavidez. If he don't do that, he's ducking. Those are them dumbass type of niggas, bro. So that's why. You don't understand. It's just, I'm gonna let you know plain and simple. It's just mad Errol Spence fans. Niggas that's still mad that he got beat up like that. That's the only niggas that's really like, no, he should fight him. If he don't fight him, the niggas you hear on the internet crying about it. That's why I be saying these grown-ass men crying. This pound for pound boxing talk, or the talk is real. We don't do no crying. Oh, you hating on Devin. Oh, you hating on Tank. Oh, I don't know. Oh, Bud should fight Benavidez. Oh, nothing he did matter. I mean, he ducking. He got to defend it. He's never defended Undisputed once. He's got to do it. Nothing else mattered. Like, them type of niggas, they just salty that Spence got his ass whipped, bro. Like, that's just what it is. No matter what Bud does, it's never going to be good enough, bro. He said, I'll pick Spence over Bud. Cool. And lost to C-Note. That moment made me a believer about Bud. I had to give him his credit. Hey, bro, and you gave him his credit as a fight fan. You like, yo, I got Spence. For whatever reason you had him, Spence is bone collector, orbital bone. Orbital, he's breaking niggas down. He's unified welterweight champion, undefeated. Great fighter at that division. Niggas wasn't walking through Spence. Spence was cleaning out everybody. Feel what I'm saying? Yeah, some tough fights, but Spence is the dog. And I get why you picked him. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the fact that you said after he beat the man you picked, that you had money on, you was looking at it like, damn, I believe that nigga. He's nice. He came up from where? And came up and fought my nigga, the truth, and did him like that. But for you to see that and be like, nah, I rock with this dude. Like, nah, he could fight. You're different than 95% of these boxing niggas on the internet that you hear crying. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they're going to give you every reason in the book. And that's why I put it in the title. Errol Spence finished? Last time I had he retired. Because it's like, niggas be like, oh, I mean, his fans are saying he should retire. Nah, pound for pound, we ain't say he should retire. What you mean? We ain't never say that. We ain't never say that. Well, unlike Dark Kent, who believed in Bud after he beat Errol Spence, y'all didn't believe in Bud after he beat Errol Spence. You know what y'all said? Oh, Spence was like same shit Bud said. They gonna say he stayed at 147 too long. He was too weak. The car accident. All this shit. He's not the same. He wasn't the same fighter. He's not the same fighter. The car accident, all this shit. So if all that shit is true, then he should be done. But as soon as the nigga get in the ring with Fundora, oh yeah. But what happened? I thought, I thought y'all said, no, he's not the same fighter though, my nigga. No, he's broken. No, he shouldn't. No, wrap it up. You had a good career. That's it. Nah, but so he was only broken for that fight. So he was only fucked up for that fight. Stupid. That's why, bro, like, this is why I made this channel, because you'll hear this shit everywhere on the internet. Listen to these boxing channels, these grown men and their feelings. Niggas need girlfriends or something. Like, I don't understand. Like, they got so much pent up energy towards these niggas. Like, how do you see a nigga winning and not give him credit? You want to come up with every excuse. Bro, and we know niggas like this in real life. It's two types of niggas. You see a nigga that's winning, you gonna be one or two type of nigga. Nah, man, that nigga, he ain't really got it like that. I didn't think he fly. He ain't really sell it. Yeah, this is mom's shit. This is mom's car. The only reason why he getting that is because of this. Or you gonna be the nigga like, yeah, salute, my nigga. I see you getting money. Yeah, keep doing your thing. Oh, where? Who you with? Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Hey, maybe we could, feel what I'm saying, get money together. If not, shit, keep doing your thing. Feel me, salute. I love seeing niggas win. Like, it's two type of niggas. So that show you, like, how do you see this man win? No drugs, going up in weight classes, cleaning niggas up easy, and you decide to discredit him. What type of nigga is you, blood? What type of nigga is you? Like, come on, bro. And these niggas be on the internet crying. This is why I made my channel. This is why when I would be on The Rise and all these other cigar to all these other places I've been on, all these joint niggas be like, yo, son, you need to start your own shit, bro. Because niggas be mad at me, but a lot of niggas hear what I'm saying. They be like, nah, that's facts, yo. That nigga spin the truth. Like, It's not a lot of ain't nobody like me on this shit. These niggas all got agendas. They all repeat the same shit that everybody else say. Oh, it's weight classes for a reason. Oh, blown up welterweight. Oh, but if he got hurt by Camboa, how can he do this against this? Niggas don't know what the fuck they be talking about. You feel what I'm saying? But you different. You feel what I'm saying? Just what you said right there, let me know, like, okay, he picked him. Cool. You picked the nigga to win. Oh, he beat him. And that's what made me give him his credit and made me a believer. Ain't no problem with that. Ain't no problem with that. You feel what I'm saying? He said the top excuse I heard about Spence losing the Bud is he came in with a rib injury and he didn't look right. But that's not Bud's fault. Spence wasn't 100% or unprepared. Bro, none of these niggas is 100%. Bud told you in this interview, if you watch this, bro, I haven't been 100% in I don't know how long, but we fight through it. We're rarely 100% going into a fight. We always have injuries. I had injuries going in this fight. I wasn't 100% going in this fight. But niggas don't use that as an excuse when they win. Only when they lose. And it's always something. You said that's the number one excuse you heard was a rib injury. I done heard rib injury. I done heard weight drained at a division that he's been fucking. I done heard weight drained. I done heard something in his water that you could see it in his eyes when he was walking to the ring. He looked funny. I heard the car crash did it to him. People were saying that his fake teeth was making him like halfway fight because he was kind of nervous because the last time. I mean, so many excuses. But before the fight, Bud's a bad businessman. Bud's too small. He shouldn't fight on the inside because Earl is a workhorse and orbital bones. He's not going to be as strong as him. He got hurt by Gamboa. So what you think Spence going to do? All this shit before the fight. Vegas got Earl as an underdog. Oh, easy money. I'm going to make so much, all this shit. And then after the fight, so many excuses. It's always excuses. That's why I always listen. I always pay attention. When the fight is announced, even this fight, but even the Earl, especially this EJ fight, but even this one, when the fight is announced, I listen to everybody's first reactions, all the channels, all their first reactions, and you hear the truth, how they really feel. Oh, that shit, he too small, all this other shit. And I always take note because I know if Bud go in there and do what the fuck I think he gonna do, it's gonna be so many excuses, and then you just see it switch. Hindsight is always 20/20. Everybody sees so clearly after the shit is over. Then it's, he was older and all this other shit. Bro, bro, I've been watching this shit for so long, bro. That's why I was like, yo, I gotta start my channel. That's why I'm here working out and shit, chilling. I always drop the link in my chat. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes I be having multiple people on this motherfucker. We be going back and forth talking about shit. Feel what I'm saying? But it's always official. Like I'll never be on here crying and all that shit. Like this is like the hangout. It's pound for pound boxing talk where the talk is the realest. It's the realest. But anyway, man, yo, Dark Ken, it's been official, bro. Hit that subscribe for sure. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and rinse you up now, man. Let me just go ahead and rinse you up now, man. It's free to rinse a motherfucker up, man. And when you got motherfuckers talking that real boxing, I mean, I gotta let me just go ahead and do that to you, my boy. Yeah, there you go. You straight now. Now, all I'm gonna tell you, bro, you're a moderator now. You jump in. Like right now, cool. I've been off of this shit for months. When I be on my shit, I be having all my peoples in here. Feel me? Link be popping and everything, but I've been off it for months. You feel what I'm saying? I live in real life again. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas work, niggas pay their bill. I work out, all type of shit. Feel me? Real life shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't really be on here. But now I done got it to the point I'm like, all right, while I'm buffing up, doing my thing, I could just boop, put on an interview, talk my shit. So now I'm more active. But my thing now I'm gonna tell you, bro, you're a moderator now. Salute to you. When you see people talking in the chat, bro, rarely put a nigga in timeout, bro. I don't care what they say. I'm not a crier, complainer, unless he's just on here like saying a bunch of just curse words, just back and forth, just busting open the chat, just boom, 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 boom. Then all right, nigga, you need to relax. You feel me? You're doing too much. But if somebody in here just trolling, whatever, let them do what they do. You feel me? It's pound for pound boxing talk. We just look at them, laugh. We know what it is. I used to troll, whatever. But we gonna keep it going. Yo, hit the link. Come up here. Yeah, troll. So make some good content. You feel me? We got content. You feel what I'm saying? Like whatever. But no doubt, bro. Appreciate you, man. Again, this pound for pound boxing talk where the talk is the realest. Damn, I went a half an hour over. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. It's free, motherfucker. I see you watching. I see all y'all niggas like hit the motherfucker. It's free, motherfucker. Support a nigga. What you gonna be mad? In my opinion, or you gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna hit that free subscribe because my nigga really talking that shit and it's official over here. Hit that subscribe and hit that notification icon bell so you know when I'm live, nigga. Pound for pound box talk with the talk is the realest. I'm about to hit that outro. Y'all be safe, keep getting money, keep saying blessed, and we gonna be back in the next one. Let me hit that outro.
P4P Boxing Talk. Unbiased boxing channel.
Roses and daffodils, waiting on you at the gate cell. Catch me if I start to feel a prayer dawn. Roses and daffodils, waiting on you at the gate cell. Catch me if I start to feel a prayer dawn. I got some big ass fucking visions in vogue. I'm talking cover lover, baby mother covered in gold. I'm talking 19 fucking rings on my tree. I got ice and different income that nobody can see. Got a big ass fucking head on my motherfucking shoulders. My niggas steady laughing, talking about my head and shoulders. And so fucking long ago from head down to my shoulders. And this shit is from the heart for my haters and the boulders that be in my way. Feeling like the man until I went another way. Try to bust up on my life and went another way. I got that money in my pocket, live another day.